Right, so moving on from the web browser, you can see the next pane along is the calendar. We get this nice month view, and each day with a little corner coloured in the top right, as you can see there, is just to tell us that there's an appointment on each of those days. So if we just tap on a day, for example today, we get the appointments at the top of the screen, and then the weather also for that day. So you get the weather for the next 5 days just plumbed in there for you, so you can actually see on all the different days of your appointments what the weather's going to be like for those appointments, which is pretty nice. You can also go to an agenda view, which just shows you all your upcoming appointments in one screen for about the next week, as you can see there, which is pretty handy as well. And if we go back to the home screen, which you can just do from hitting the home key here, we can actually tap on this bar in the middle, which tells us the appointments we've got coming up, and that'll take us straight through to the calendar as well. So it's quite nice and easy to use. Obviously syncs with your Outlook calendars as well, and Google calendars as well if you want to synchronize with the Google Exchange system. You can see we've also got stocks. Stocks is back on the HD2. We didn't have it on the Touch 2 for some reason, but here it is on the HD2. Very simple to use. Again, you can set your own custom stocks to keep an eye on and just quite easily update them from hitting the soft key at the bottom there. Moving on from that, we've got photos and videos pane. Pretty simple pane. It's quite usual for HTC devices. Usually get this sort of same view, and then at the top here we've got some shortcut buttons to the camera and video camera, so you can go and take more pictures. Nice thing on the HD2 is that if you chuck the phone on its side, you can see we get this nice landscape view, and it's very smooth to navigate through just by sliding your finger across the screen. So very nice experience, and you can then just click, tap on a photo to zoom in, and again you can just carry on sliding through full screen on this big 4.3 inch capacitive screen. So it's very good for viewing photos, very fast thanks again to the gigahertz processor, and if we just tilt the phone back upright you can see it goes back into landscape view. Moving across again, we've got music pane. You can play music directly from here, so if we just hit the play button there, you can hear, even though we've got no headphones, it just plays it through the loudspeaker. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, we've got the 3.5mm headphone jack there, so you can just plug in any normal headphones, plug in your favourite headphones that you use, maybe with your iPod, to listen to the music with a bit better sound quality. There is Bluetooth A2DP on board as well, so you can connect a set of Bluetooth headphones to listen to. And we've got quite a nice experience. If you just hit the library there, you can see we've got the usual sort of HTC experience that we've said a minute ago with the contacts. You've got the same sort of bar at the bottom here to scroll through, and you can actually view your music by now playing artists, albums, playlists, songs, genres, composers, and also purchase music. So it's quite a nice experience, and you get obviously to see your music quite easily, and you can just flick through very quickly. You get this nice sort of cover art view, which looks like it's sort of basically printed on a CD case, so that's quite nice as well. And you can quite easily skip through your music there, as you can see, and find the track you want. Moving on from that, we've got the weather pane. So as you can see here, we can see all the weather for various different locations around the world, and see how each different place is doing. We've got a bit of cloud there in Novosibirsk. Let's see if we can find a rainy place. There we go, Seattle's rainy. So we get this nice windscreen wiper view and the rain falls down the whole screen. Again, it's just an extension of really what we get on the main home screen here when we first unlock the screen. That's the nice thing, is when you first unlock the screen you get the full weather view on the home screen, but after it's unlocked you just get sort of the little weather under the clock, just so it doesn't interrupt you using the other features of the phone. Okay, so as you can see, the pane after weather is the Twitter pane. You can actually reorganize these panes, so you don't actually have to have them in this order, which is quite nice. And as you can see, the Twitter pane again is this nice sort of black background with white text on top. Very smooth again to flick through all your tweets. And you can tweet directly from the pane just by tapping the box at the top there. Get a nice large QWERTY keyboard, landscape QWERTY keyboard. Going back from that, as you can see, from here you can actually tap on a tweet and you can go directly into the Twitter application. And then you get this scroll bar at the bottom again, so you can see all tweets, mentions, direct messages, and your favourite tweets, and quite easily flick between all of those. And again, you can tweet from here and look at other tweets that you've received. Moving across from that, we've got the Footprints application. You can see you can just take photos of different places that you visited, and then you can view them on a map or navigate to them again. So if we just tap on, for example, the Eiffel Tower, You can see we can rate it at the top. We can leave voice notes. We can actually make text notes as well. It shows us the actual location, the coordinates there, based on where the GPS has picked up. You can even go down to the menu here and show a map, so we can see in Google Maps exactly where that is. And in Google Maps we can use the pinch zooming, so we can zoom right in there on the Eiffel Tower, as you can see. And you can see as well it's very quick to load up Google Maps and allow us to browse around, especially when we're on the Wi-Fi connection like we are now. Very quick indeed. So coming back from that, you can, as I say, tap on one of these and we can maybe navigate to the Eiffel Tower. So that should open up Copilot Live. Get a 15-day trial when you actually start using the device and register it. And obviously that can be used as turn-by-turn navigation as well. So moving on from that, we've got just the settings menu at the end. And again, all the usual settings just all consolidated in this one place, so you can quite easily change all different settings without actually having to go into the full settings menu at the bottom there. Also, we forgot to mention the Windows menu. You can hit the Windows menu key at the bottom here, or you can obviously hit the start button at the top, and you get the usual Windows 6.5 menu that we've seen before on other Windows 6.5 devices. So another new feature that we've just started seeing on Windows Mobile 6.5 is the Windows Marketplace. So if we just quickly open that up so we can show you. As you can see, it's sort of quite basic, very large on this screen, very large text. And we can see what's most popular at the moment. We've got lots of different applications. Now, although the top ones here all say free, I've noticed from looking through that there seems to be an awful lot more charged applications that you've actually got to pay for than, say, the Android Marketplace or the Apple App Store. I mean, if we were to watch news, you can see all of these different apps, well, except for the odd one, need to be paid for. So it doesn't seem to be as much free content on the Windows Marketplace as there is on the Android Marketplace or the Apple App Store, which is a bit of a shame. But hopefully in future we'll start seeing a lot more free content to download onto the phone. At the moment it's quite basic. There isn't actually that much stuff on the Windows Marketplace compared to the other two different app stores. Again, we can search at the top there for different applications we want, and we get a nice large QWERTY keyboard. Obviously with a 4.3 inch screen, the keyboard is very easy to use. I'll actually show you that now in the messaging screen. So if we pop across back to messages, we can actually either tap on that to reply, or we can tap new message at the top. So if we just reply here, we can tap to compose. And you can see the QWERTY keyboard is quite large. We've got predictive text here at the side, which you can switch on and off with this button here, just to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. It will correct them for us. Or we can just flick the phone on its side, and you get a landscape view and an even larger landscape QWERTY keyboard, which is very nice. You can just use it with your thumbs very easily. So messaging is quite good. The only problem I've found is that it can be a bit laggy sometimes when trying to type in. Sometimes it doesn't quite register that you've hit the space bar, and then you end up with words that are connected together, or just letters that are missed out in the middle of words, for example, I've had in the past. So it does still take a little bit longer than using a proper hardware keypad, but the keys are very large, so it's a lot easier to actually tap them when you're trying to do something like maybe if you're trying to walk and text at the same time. It's easier to hit the keys without missing and hitting the wrong keys. So one thing I've noticed that seems to be missing on the HD2 is the usual Windows Mobile Task Manager. You can see there's this empty space at the top here where usually the Task Manager button would be, and there isn't actually a Task Manager to speak of there. Also, pressing and holding any of the hardware keys doesn't seem to bring one up. So the quickest way I've found to get to a Task Manager is to go to the options, go into Other, and find it in here, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm hoping that maybe that'll be patched for the final release. This is still just a pre-release unit, so it's not a final ROM. So if we go now, we can see YouTube's open. Let's just have a look at that. Let's switch to that. And you can see we've just searched for Mobile Burn, and again it's a very quick experience loading everything up, especially on the Wi-Fi connection, and we can just tap on a video here just to show you how quickly it is.
This is the new menu that comes up when you put the device in.
So you can see it's pretty nice quality, pretty good video quality. It's not very pixely at all. If you get close there, you can see it's very, very smooth. No pixely bits or jaggies or anything, so it looks very nice indeed. So we just stop that and go back. YouTube's very, very good on this device. If you use a lot of YouTube, especially on your phone, this is definitely a very good device to go for. You can see it opened up full screen as well, so that's pretty nice, and you can obviously view popular videos and bookmarked videos and a history of videos as well. So it's a pretty good YouTube experience on this phone. As you can see as well, we've got the task manager. There's plenty of stuff open and the phone's still running very, very quickly at the moment as well. So you can run a lot of apps at the same time and the phone doesn't even seem to worry at all. Talking of apps, you can just have a quick look and see all the different things that come pre-installed on the HD2. You can see we've got YouTube, as we just saw then, Footprints. I don't think there's an awful lot of games, just Teeter. We've got obviously Windows Live services like MSN Messenger and things like that. We've got Office Mobile pre-installed with Excel, Word, PowerPoint and OneNote. And then different things like, I say, Messenger's in here. And we've got Facebook as well, a little Facebook app pre-installed. Google Maps, Bing, and both the Opera browser and the usual Internet Explorer browser on board as well, as you can see there. So it's got a lot of features pre-installed. As I say, you can use the Windows Marketplace to find more features if there's anything missing. It's got some other cool bits and pieces on it as well. For example, if the phone's on a worktop and it starts ringing, as you pick the phone up, it can sense that you're picking it up and it sort of turns the ringer volume down so you don't annoy other people in your vicinity, which is quite nice. And also earlier on I noticed a pocket mode as well, so basically the phone can tell if it's in a pocket or a bag and it'll actually turn the ringer up so you can hear it more easily. So it's got plenty of features, and it's a very nice slim handset, although it is quite wide and tall, so maybe not a handset if you have small pockets, but if you've got a bag or you don't mind carrying something around that's slightly larger than usual to get the benefit obviously of the fast processor and the very large screen, then the HD2 is definitely a good device to look at. So that's the HTC HD2, and I'm Russ Jeffers from mobileburn.com.